Well, they go hit the button. Hey, shalom, y'all. Most High Christ bless. Listen, so I ain't doing Q&A this time. Last time we did Q&A, so I ain't doing Q&A this time.
Right.
I'm actually gonna go through a class this round because I didn't get to go through it last time. Now the name of the class, what's the darn name of the class? Yeah, Burning Bridges. Am I your enemy? All right. Burning Bridges, am I your enemy? And so this class, it's a lot of it came up a good bit when we was at Pentecost when Bishop was talking and going through the scripts about how brothers and sisters get after being corrected and how they separate themselves and things like that, and they then become bitter toward the brothers and sisters that may have brought the correction to them, and then start thinking they act the spirit. So, that's what this was inspired by, was that particular topic that Bishop was going over on Pentecost. Praises. All right. So listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all long. We got somebody else that's trying to get in. Y'all gonna have to watch it. I can't watch it now. So we gonna go ahead and jump right in. So make sure you got your pencils, your notebooks, your Bibles. And then after class, if you got questions, feel free to ask your question. But before we get started, let's go to Romans 15:4 real fast, and then 1 Corinthians 14:40.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning,
Mm-hmm.
that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
So the things in the Bible were written for us to grow from, that we might have hope, and that we are to learn what to do and what not to do. Some of y'all don't be understanding that. Some of y'all read them scriptures like it don't apply to you at all. But Lord's will, that's not how we going to be moving forward. We all can repent. All right, go to 1 Corinthians 14:40.
1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40.
Mm-hmm.
Let all things be done decently and in order.
Hey, some of y'all that are new on these different teams and stuff like that, let all things be done decently and in order, man. You know, there is protocols that are in place. There are people put over these offices, and they're over the office not because of some random pickings. They are over that office because Christ put them in that spot. And they are to be respected, not disrespected, but respected in their office because they've shown a pattern of good works. And we must not forget that and start going outside of that and start trying to do your own thing. And then confusion come up. So it say, let all things be done decently and in order. So let's make sure that be the case. For those of you that's new and starting to put your hand to the plow and stuff like that, it's going to be times where corrections going to come, all that. And that's all right. But just make sure you follow the order. You know what I mean? It's okay to mess up because you're trying, but to mess up because you're trying to be disrespectful, that ain't trying. You just trying to be disrespectful. And you're going to find yourself put off those teams. All right? Now everybody finna hate me because of the class. As I said, am I your enemy? Here we go. All right, here we go. Go to Galatians 4:16.
Come on.
Here we go. Matter of fact, hold on. Is everybody okay? Come off mute. If everybody straight, give you a thumbs up or something. Make sure everybody good. You know? Everybody give me thumbs up. I can't see it. All right, all praises, all praises. Okay, good. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and jump in. We're going to go ahead and jump in. All right, Galatians 4:16. Let's read that.
Galatians chapter 4 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Read that again.
Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
So Paul is right here. What's going on is Paul had a certain relationship with the church of Galatia, and then of course when you read go back to chapter 3 and verse 1.
Galatians chapter 3 and verse 1.
So Paul, he done went and taught the Galatians. He done taught them about Christ and everything, and then this happened. Go ahead.
O foolish Galatians, who hath bewitched you, that ye should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Jesus Christ hath been evidently set forth, crucified among you.
So what was going on is he had taught them about Christ, and then he said, yo, who done tricked you to come back to going into the law of sacrifice. That's the context of what's going on. And then go back to Galatians 4:16.
Galatians chapter 4 and verse 16.
Because he was telling them to going back into sacrifice is wrong. That's not what they're supposed to be going back into. They were supposed to be going and following after Christ, now understanding that Christ was that sacrifice. And so as he was correcting the people and telling them, this is what he said. Read that again.
Am I therefore your enemy because I tell you the truth?
And that's what he asked. Now, of course, this class, based off of that, is also, we're going to use it as far as going into when someone is telling us the truth or correcting us, just like Paul was correcting our people then that didn't want to listen, that didn't want to stay steadfast on Christ, that got pulled away into all kinds of doctrine, going back into sacrifice. Well, that happens today, where you'll come into the truth, and then when a brother or sister corrects you, then all of a sudden you go away from the teachings of Christ. Now all of a sudden you don't prefer your brother and sister no more. You don't prefer coming around no more. Then you start murmuring. Then you start talking about all of the good works and stuff that they doing and start making evil of it and things like that, trying to nitpick and railing for railing and all of that in the body. They become your enemy because they tell you the truth. Not understanding. Go to let's get Amos 5. Amos 5. Yeah, Amos 5 and 10. Let's read that. So I can say, am I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Because a lot of times you'll have brothers and sisters say, hey, listen, don't sit around and watch me sin without correcting me. Well, when they correct you, what you mad at them for? sisters to be talking about, look, I want y'all to tell me when I'm going off. Then when you get told you going off, I can't stand them. I hate them. I hate their guts. I can't stand them. Then you start to do things in the body that will then cause you to burn bridges with your brothers and sisters to where now no one can even help you. Or some of them don't want to help you. That's what we're going to touch on today, those characteristics of that person that's like that. All right, read.
Amos chapter 5 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
So it say they hate him that rebuke at the gate, and they abhor him, which is another word for hatred. Hate him that does what again?
That speaketh uprightly.
That speaketh uprightly. You'll have some people that just want to say everything or do whatever in the world they want, and then when somebody correct them, then they begin to form a hatred toward that person. This ain't just outside the body, because, yeah, we know they hate us outside the body when we out here in the streets teaching, when the news, the blackout, everybody on the planet hate us. And sometimes even in the body, our own brothers and sisters will show that hatred toward one another. And that's what, and then remember, this is what SPA is all about. SPA is about fixing ourselves. Study, pray, apply. Apply what? The laws of God. So we finna go over some of them laws today. We about to go over some of them laws today. Go to, matter of fact, go to Psalms. Matter of fact, John 8:32. Let's do that first. John 8:32.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32.
Come on.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
It's crazy how we'll read that verse and it say the truth shall make you free. For the new people, let's get the truth. Let's get the truth. Psalms 119, 142. Let's get that, because a lot of times whenever we read that verse, we'll think that doesn't apply to us in the body. The truth shall set you free. Free from what? Your sin. So if you jacked up and people see you out the spirit in the congregation, and your brother and sister come to you and tell you that's what they telling you. Got multiple people coming to tell you the same thing, and you don't think you need to be set free from sin. You think you gonna hang on to it. You think you straight. That's not the case. Go ahead, read that.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 142.
Mm-hmm.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
The laws of God is the truth. Let's go back. Let's read that one more time. John 8:32 again.
John chapter 8 and verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
The truth shall make you free. Free from all of the nonsense that you've been living all your life. All of those evil ways you've had all your life. You got a lot of different topics that's coming out by bishop and captains and the captains in them and the deacons that's going into trauma. Me and brothers brought it up while they was here. Put a little thought in my mind. But the trauma that's going on when brothers and sisters start separating themselves and things like that, that's because back in the world, that's how you was. Whatever in the world happened or the validation that you didn't get. So then when you come into the truth and brothers and sisters correct you, even after they've exhorted you 1,000 times, the moment they correct you, all of a sudden now you don't believe that they got the spirit. You start justifying your evil and things like that and start talking evil of brothers and sisters that would even help you or that have helped you. And then you start forming a hatred against that person to where when you need them, then you actually don't even know how to reach out to them because of the pride and bitterness that have set in you.
Right.
Because you burnt that bridge with that person, because you destroyed that relationship because of the way you carry yourself. Because when they told you the truth, they became your enemy at that point. All right, let's go to Sirach 20. Sirach 20, because this right here is a lot of people right here. I ain't going to say a lot of people, but I've seen it on people. Seen this on sisters, seen this on brothers. 16, 20, and 16. Read that.
Sirach chapter 20 and verse 16.
Let's go.
The foolish saith, I have no friends.
They say the who said?
The fool saith.
So you got the fool saith. What they say?
I have no friends.
It's me against the world. Now everybody Tupac now. Everybody rappers now. Everybody Tupac now. Me against the world, baby. That's what y'all think. That's how you feel. You start to feel like you got no friends. They say a fool will feel that way. I can't reach out to nobody. I can't tell them what's going on with me for them to help me. Mind you, they've helped you before. And then you start to formulate me against the world. And every time they say something to you, you feel like it's a bitterness there.
Message.
You form a straight hatred toward that person to where you don't want to hear nothing that they. Matter of fact, hold that. Go to from what I'm saying. We're gonna come back. We come right back there. Proverbs 28 or 27 and 1. Which one is? No, 29 and 1. Yeah, read that. 29 and 1.
Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
He that being often reproved hardened his neck.
So if you a person that's getting corrected on a regular basis, it say that they'll often harden his neck. Now all of a sudden can't nobody say nothing to you without you getting out the spirit. Go ahead.
Shall suddenly be destroyed. And that without remedy.
It say you can't nobody help you. It say without remedy. There is no fixing you. You say you set yourself against those that's trying to help you so much that you don't even want to deal with the sisters and brothers that's dealing with you. You don't even want to deal with them. And you will still think you in the truth. You'll still think you in the spirit rolling like that. When all of the unity scriptures mean absolutely nothing to you. All of the coming together mean absolutely nothing to you. All of the having love without dissimulation, without being fake, means nothing to you. You begin to throw those things out, and now it's the secrecy. Now you don't want to tell people what's going on with you. Shoot, you got some sisters that get mad when they just got to tell they, look, right now, our school ain't over right now. You know, we getting things done with the construction, trying. So then, you know, we got to go to different schools. You got brothers and sisters got an issue with telling the men and women over them where they going to be at for the Sabbath. Like, we don't need to know what's going on with you. Shoot, for one, we need to know you straight. We need to know you good. But you don't want nobody to even know you good. And then you know what you will do? Those that's in your circle, the ones that act like you, then you will tell them they don't care about me. Mind you, when they try to care about you, you won't even let them. You won't even let them. Hey, I ain't telling them where I'm going. They just want to know where in the world I'm going. You right. We want to know where you going. We want to make sure you straight. Because what if your car break down on the way, or something happened to you or your family, or what if you go one way? Let's say you are married. Let's say you are married. A brother is married. He might be going to a school that's a little further away, and then because he might be traveling to a blitz or something, while his wife and kids may be going somewhere else. We don't know where the heck they going. Now something done happened to them. Now we can't look after you or get you help in a timely fashion. And then it'll be, well, did nobody care about me? That's how it turns. All right. Let's go back. Where we was at. Sirach 20:16. That's where we was at.
The book of Sirach, chapter 20 and verse 16. The fool saith, I have no friends. I have no thank for all my good deeds. And they that eat my bread speak evil of me.
And that's how they start feeling. They start to feel like that. They'll be like, you know what? I ain't got no friends. You know what I mean? I'm by myself in this. Ain't nobody walking with me. All of the unity, all of the get-togethers that go on, all of a sudden you stop showing up. You don't want to go to those, so then you start to say all the stuff I did to them, and they don't want to do it for me. Then you start getting in your feelings. And then brothers and sisters start to fall off, and it's very hard for you to catch yourself because you've been reproved and corrected, and now you're starting to that's just your pattern. Because now every time somebody say something to you, you on edge. You on edge about everything somebody say. Some sisters, Lord have mercy. These sisters can't even talk to you without you getting disrespectful. Then you got to get corrected. Then you mad because you're getting corrected. Unbelievable. All right, let's go to, look, everybody, I don't know, man. Maybe, look, the broadcast team quiet too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Jude 1:19. Let's go. You know, usually the broadcast team keep me laughing. Nah, they quiet right now. Maybe later on they might go. This is a good class, Lord, ain't he? Well, we 3 scripts in. Shoot, now here we go. Jude 19, here we go.
Jude, verse 19. These be they who separate themselves, sensual, having not the Spirit.
Sensual. So you will start to separate yourself. Sensual, having not the Spirit. You are emotional. You become emotional about everything. And the thing is, and some of that, and a lot of that, like leadership been bringing out, is trauma that we've dealt with in our past. A lot of us may or may not, may not have had fathers around to instill that discipline and stuff like that, or to yell at you all the time, to where when somebody yell at you now that you're older, that stuff don't bother you because you've heard that before. You know what I mean? Or when they correct you now, it don't bother you because you've been corrected before. But a lot of us have that emotional stuff that we grew up with because of the different trauma that's happened or the different stuff we've experienced. And then we bring that into the truth when the scriptures say we're supposed to become new creatures. So if we're supposed to become new creatures, then we have to recognize these things in ourselves and begin to fight against it. So if it says that you're going to separate yourself, then Malachi 3:16 would be what you want to apply often. Right. Matter of fact, let's read that. Let's go. We don't went off script. Here we go.
Malachi chapter 3 and verse 16. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another.
So if you're used to separating yourself, and that's how you was in the world, and we're reading the scriptures where it say, these be they that separate themselves, sensual, having not the Spirit, then the opposite of that would be this verse. Read that again.
Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another.
So instead of separating, you're going to speak often one to another. Go ahead.
And the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name.
So then you're going to do that instead. Instead of separating yourself, you're going to speak more. Right. Because you understand this is how I used to be. So to overcome that trauma that we've always done, and we resorted to separating and cutting people off and all of that stuff like that. You can't cut your brother off in the truth. You can't cut your sister off in the truth. Y'all got to work together. We got to work on the same team. How in the world you going to cut them off and then claim you still in the body? And you hear that on the sister side. I've heard that before on the sister side. I just can't deal. I cut people off. Yeah, and that's why your dumb self can't get no goddamn help when you need it. Shoot, now you want some assistance and you want some help and ain't nobody there because you done cut everybody out. Don't nobody even got you. You know how when you ain't got their phone number? Because mine said like that in the daytime, especially in the daytime when I'm at work. If you ain't saved in there, it might not get through. So see, if you once you done cut them off and you done changed your phone number, you ain't want to put them back in there because you don't want to talk to them. Now you need them and you can't reach them. Now you can't reach them, or you're trying to find them on Telegram. You don't never check Telegram. You got 1,000 missed messages, so you don't even know how to communicate on Telegram. Where that sound bite at? I like that. Brothers making a sound bite with their mouth. You can't make this up. Yeah, fire. You can't make this up. All right, go back to Jude. Go back to Jude. Go back to Jude. And read verse 16, though. Read verse 16 this time. So we read 19 or whatnot on those that separate themselves, having not the Spirit. This is what begins to happen. Jump up to 16.
Jude, verse 16. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lust.
Walking after what?
Their own lust.
We finna deal with that right there. Because that lust right there is many things. Go ahead.
In their mouth, speaking great swelling words.
Hey, they like to puff you up. You know, they say you're great. You're great. Hey, also, that was a great class. Hey, sis, that was a great garment that you did. That was a great song that you sang.
That was some good unleavened
that was some great unleavened bread. You know, they start, hey, can you show me? Go ahead.
Having men's persons in admiration because of advantage.
Because of advantage. So they separate themselves because they ain't got the Spirit. Now they giving flattering words because now they've become selfish. And because they've become selfish, the laws pertaining to love your neighbor as you love yourself do not apply. They do not apply. Go to, matter of fact, let's read that law. Matthew 22. Let's read that. Is that what I want? Is it Matthew 22? The 2 greatest commandments? Yeah, let's read that. That's what I thought.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law?
Go ahead.
Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment.
So we got to love the Lord with all our heart, with all our mind. So with everything. That's the first commandment. Go ahead.
And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
So that's what's going on. So now, because that said you got to love your neighbor as you love yourself, I don't know anybody that will want somebody to take advantage of them. Let's go back now that we got that, let's go to Leviticus 19:13. Let's read that. Leviticus 19:13. I'm skipping all around on this thing now. I'm going to have to remember what in the world we done read. Yeah, read that right there.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 13. Come on. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning.
Read that again.
Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor.
Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor. Let's get the definition of defraud. Let's put that on the screen if we can. Let's put that on the screen. Yeah, let's read that. Can you read that?
Yes, sir. Defrauding is the act of tricking, deceiving, or illegally taking money, property, or legal rights from a person or entity for personal gain.
For personal gain. So like it said before, so it said that thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. And remember, let's go back to Jude again. Let's read that verse again, 16. Let's read that again so we can remember what's going on. Those that separate themselves, those that are not in the Spirit. Let's see what they're doing again. Go ahead.
Jude, verse 16. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts.
These lusts that you may have could be for whatever in the world you want. Money from that person, the sex that you want, or the different titles or the different levels of power. Let's say, Vince, you are a brother and you got rank. You might lust power. You might lust that. You already out the Spirit. You separate yourself. And you may want power. So whatever lust you got, or you're a sister And you may want something as well from the congregation or from your fellow sister or brothers in the body. And you begin then to start planning on how you can get these things deceitfully. Go ahead.
And their mouths speaking great swelling words.
Everything, it sound good when they speak. Go ahead.
Having men's persons in admiration because of advantage.
But you're only doing that and being around certain people because of advantage. Because they have something that is going to appease that lust that you have, and you need to be close to them so you can get it. And the moment you got corrected, that's when all this bitterness started coming. The hatred toward that brother or sister started happening then, and you started separating and started only thinking about yourself and how you can get what you can get from the congregation or from your fellow brothers and sisters. Jeremiah 22:13. Let's read the precept to the Leviticus 19 in another location. Say the same thing.
Jeremiah chapter 22 and verse 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness.
And that right there say, woe to him that build his house by unrighteousness. So you may have whatever plans you got and you build it by unrighteousness. It ain't just talking about like your physical house. That's you just taking something from other people. That's you taking stuff from other people and you're doing it unrighteously to build up or take from them that you benefit from it. Go ahead.
And his chambers by wrong.
And you build up your chambers by wrong. Go ahead.
That useth his neighbor's service without wages. And giveth him not for his work.
And giveth him not for his work. You'll have brothers and sisters that'll be in offices and things like that. And that brother or sister will be doing all of the grunt work, all the lead work. And just because you over the office, you'll get the recognition. But what you won't say is that, no, this brother right here or this sister right here did that. Yeah. You'll start to take credit because of it's you. You're defrauding your brother and sister that actually did the work. Now, mind you, they may not even be worried about that. But the test is that you're getting all the glory. Are you going to acknowledge those that supported you? Or is it going to be for your personal gain? You're going to let it all rain on you, and then you stand there like the grand poobah. And then all of a sudden you did it, and they did absolutely nothing. Is that what's going to be? That's just come across my mind as we think about it. Is that on that verse? All praise. All right, go to Sirach 29. Sirach 29. Because a lot of times when brothers and sisters are doing those kind of things, defrauding one another, you make it tough. You make it tough for sisters and brothers to continue to help people. Jump to verse 3. 29 and 3. Sirach 29 and 3.
Sirach chapter 29 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
Keep thy word and deal faithfully with him.
So it say, keep your word. So when you say you're going to do something, do it. Don't be backtracking all the goddamn time. You know, hey, you say you're going to do this, do it. That's what you said you're going to do. And then it said, and deal faithfully with him. So don't deal with him falsely. Go ahead.
And thou shalt always find the thing that is necessary for thee.
Then people will want to help you because you are a man or a sister of your word and you always deal right with the people. They want to help you. If you ever need something, they'll help you. Go ahead.
Many.
Now we finna go into the other side. It say many though. Many.
When a thing was lent them, reckoned it to be found.
And then you know how whenever somebody give you something, no, I found this. It's yeah, it's yours. Nah, I found this money. Look, it ain't always about money. Sometimes it could be a car that was lent. Sometimes it could be a brother that was spending their resources, or a sister was spending their resources to take care of you. Things like that. Brothers was helping you out, helping your family out. And then all of a sudden, go ahead.
And put them to trouble that helped them.
Then all of a sudden you put them to trouble. You start dealing with them wrongfully. You start dealing with the very person that lent you something or that helped you. You start dealing with them wrongfully. Now you're defrauding them. Go ahead.
Till he hath received, he will kiss a man's hand.
So until you get what you want out of them, everything is good. The swelling words, all of the charming conversations, the flattering titles. Go ahead.
And for his neighbor's money, he will speak submissively.
Look, all of a sudden, you cool. You straight. You a yes man now. Go ahead.
But when he should repay, he will prolong the time.
Now you got what you want. Now you're like, I ain't paying them back. You will prolong it. You will take the money that they gave you or whatnot. Or if somebody helped you, then you cut them off after they've helped you. That's what this is going into. Go ahead.
And return words of grief.
Now all of a sudden you return words of grief. I ain't fooling with them. I ain't fooling with you. Dang, bro. Hey. Oh, we was in the trenches together, wasn't we? What we doing? Sis, we was helping together. What's going on here? No, I ain't fooling with y'all. Now you start to speak negative about the very people that was helping, and you pay them back with evil words. Go ahead.
And complain of the time.
And then you complain of the time. You start complaining. You ain't have to do it. See, what you mean? Must I tell you, you ain't have to help me then. What you help me for? Then it becomes you start flipping it on, trying to make it like you the victim. Go ahead.
If he prevail, he shall hardly receive the half, and he will count as if
look, and then that man ain't even gonna get it all back. If he prevail and you do pay him back or repay him, you ain't gonna do half for them what they did for you. Damn. That's how brothers and sisters be. The ones that will help you the most, them will be the ones you take advantage of. We in the truth though. We not supposed to be dealing like that with brothers and sisters amongst. We not supposed to be dealing like that at all. Right. Because our name ain't supposed to just be good in the body. It's also supposed to be good outside the body. So we not supposed to be dealing like this with brothers and sisters that's in the body. When brothers and sisters are lending their hand to help you, that ain't the time for you to smack their hand away when it's time for you to repay that thing back. If you can. Now, of course, we ain't talking about brothers and sisters that just can't. Hopefully, everybody has enough wisdom to understand that's what I'm saying. But just in case, I had to say it for you. But this right here is saying that you don't smack those people's hands away when they need you. Right. Or start speaking evil of them when you've gotten everything from them that you need. Go ahead.
And he will count as if he had found it.
And you will count it as you found it. Go ahead.
If not, he hath deprived him of his money, and he have gotten an enemy without cause.
Now I would say you got an enemy without cause. Because now that brother or sister is like, man, I can't trust them. I can't even give them, because now you don't, they already done lent you. They done lent it to you or giving you the help. And then you turn around and speak evil of them and not be there for them when they need you either. Yeah. Now that person is pissed off now. Now we say you've gotten an enemy without cause. Go ahead.
He payeth him with cursing.
With cursing, now you cussing them out.
And railings.
And railings.
And for honor, he will pay him disgrace.
Now you start to try to make him or her look bad to other people. That's why I say the murmurings. Because of the lust and stuff that you want. Now you got what you want from them. Now you finna try to destroy their character amongst other brothers and sisters. Right. Go ahead.
Many therefore have refused to lend.
Now, and after that, it say the same ones that was helping you. Say many therefore will refuse to lend, to give any money or provide any assistance. Go ahead.
For other men's ill dealing.
Because of another person's ill dealings with them. You could mess it up for somebody that really needs some help because of your niggerdom. Right. Because you want to act like a Negro and go out here and deal falsely and defraud brothers and take advantage of brothers and sisters and get what you want from them. Now you mess it up for a sister or brother that really need the help. You're withholding secrets and stuff like that because you know if you'd have been upfront about it, you never would have got that assistance from them. So you lied. Right. And then when it was found out, it was like, oh, whatever, I got what I want. Y'all some niggas anyway. That's how you start acting. And this right here says you mess it up for other people that could get help from that person because of the way you acted. Go ahead.
Fearing to be defrauded.
Because that person don't want to be defrauded anymore. They don't want nobody to take advantage of them no more. Because in their mind, they came in with the whole thing of, you know what? I'm here to help. We in the truth. My brother or sister need assistance. And then they get that assistance. Now, the very ones that get assistance from them, now you talk evil about them. I can't trust them. I don't want to deal with them. They just came up off their money out their pocket to help you. But a lot of times our brothers and sisters will forget the assistance that is given to them by other brothers and sisters in the body. Because a lot of times, I ain't gonna say a lot of times, but sometimes brothers and sisters don't come to leadership and do it. You know, y'all will pick that person and try to take advantage of them. Because if you come leadership, we know the track where you be like, nah, you done got assistance 50 million times, 50, 11 times. So now we know, nah, you got to change the way you moving. But a lot of times, brothers and sisters won't direct them to the leadership. So therefore, sometimes brothers and sisters get taken advantage of like that. And we hate to see that. But once you put yourself in that light, we can advise you and tell you what to do for the next time. But this doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And we don't want to see that happen to our brothers and sisters. But a lot of times, y'all brothers and sisters know you evil. And you know you doing that to your brothers and sisters. That then when you do it and they correct you on it, now they become your enemy. Now you hate that person guts. Now you don't want to. At first they was right next to you. Y'all was right next to each other, talking, conversating, getting counsel, whatever. Then once they correct you and you done got what you want from them, now I don't want to fool with them. I'll only want to deal with that person. I only want to deal with that person. Yeah. Proverbs 3:27.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 27.
We still dealing with that burning bridges part. Because we dealing with this, am I become your enemy? Because this right here is what happens. After that person becomes the enemy and you become selfish, you start to abuse the members of the body until you're found out. And once you get found out, you end up out the body. Go ahead.
Withhold not good from them to whom it is due.
And here it is. This right here, those that's doing good, it say, don't withhold good from them that is due. Brothers be laboring in the truth for a long time, and you'll have brothers that'll talk evil about them. Regardless if brothers is going through what they going through, because sometimes brothers and sisters is going through stuff, or sisters may be down right now. She going through something, but she been laboring. She's been putting in works in all these different teams. And then she go through something in the body. Likewise, a brother been putting in all this work, and then he go through something. And then brothers will turn around and reward that brother or sisters, and them, y'all will start rewarding them with evil. Speaking evil about them, about stuff you don't even know. Scriptures say don't do that. Read that again.
Withhold not good from them to whom it is due.
So it say withhold not good from them, of them that is due. So if they got a good name because of the works they've done, who are you to turn around and then act like, start trying to destroy brothers and sisters' names in the congregation? Now I'm not saying if brothers and sisters destroy their own name, that's on them. But who are you to do it? That's not your job to do. Go ahead.
When it is in the power of thine hand to do it.
When it's in the power of thine hand to do it. So when brothers and sisters do need you, and they need you to show up for them, whether that be, because sometimes, like the script, matter of fact, go back to Sirach 29 and 1. 29 and 1. Because I don't want the brothers and sisters that do help brothers and sisters out in the congregation. I don't want y'all to feel like you can't help nobody. You just gotta be cautious on who you're dealing with, because you don't want to make sure you get defrauded. You don't want to be defrauded and allow brothers to take advantage of you. All right, so this right here say, do good unto them when you can do it. Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 29 and verse 1. He that is merciful will lend unto his neighbor.
Go ahead.
And he that strengtheneth his hand keepeth the commandments.
So it say if you're merciful and you got it, you can lend to your neighbor. It's not a problem to do that. Go ahead.
Lend to thy neighbor in time of his need, and pay thou thy neighbor again in due season.
So it say lend to him. That's fine. And if you are the one that received that somebody lent to you, you ought to pay them back when you said you was. But let's jump down. Because don't be stupid. Don't go out here and overextend yourself. And now you jacked up. Jump down to 20.
Verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
Help thy neighbor according to thy power.
Do what?
Help thy neighbor according to thy power.
And we're reading this so that those of you that are helping understand it's okay to help people. Now, of course, we would like for people to at least come to the leadership and let us know what's going on, because sometimes some brothers and sisters that will have apartments set up and stuff like that, allow people to move in with them. Y'all ain't got, or a brother or sister may own a place or something. You let somebody move in there and you ain't got nothing in writing. That's why sometimes be like, look, man, before you make a move, get some counsel. Get some counsel. Find out who you're dealing with. Because sometimes you might be dealing with a brother or sister that have already defrauded somebody else, and you are next on the list. But that right there said what?
Help thy neighbor according to thy power.
Help according to your power. Don't go out here and jack yourself up. Why? Go ahead.
And beware that thou thyself fall not into the same.
Because then you could fall into the same situation where now somebody got to lend to you because you've overextended yourself with everybody else. You've given out money and expected money to come back in, and that money was your bill money, but they needed it before you did. So you thought if I give it to them, surely they'll give it back to me before my bill is due, and then they don't. So that's why I say help according to your power. So if your rent is X amount of dollars and that's what you got, and this person got rent to pay, that you can't help them because the money you got is for that. Because if you got to wait for them to pay you, look, I'll get back to you on Friday. I'm not saying that the person won't. I'm just telling you I wouldn't do it because I ain't got nothing extra right now. That's just me. Because if you short, now I'm late. Now I'm facing eviction my goddamn self. Nah, you ain't supposed to do that. You ain't supposed to do that. All right, let's drop that. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 7. Huh? Oh, shoot, appreciate you. Let's play that real quick before we get up here.
Here's some signs that your friend is taking advantage of you. Number 1, they use guilt trips, flattery, or other forms of manipulation to get what they want from you. Number 2, they always ask you for favors but rarely help you in return. Number 3, they never express gratitude for your efforts, which means they could be taking you for granted.
Play that again. Play it one more time.
Here's some signs that your friend is taking advantage
Stop.
of you.
So that said, here's some signs that your friend might be taking advantage of you. Go ahead.
They use guilt trips, flattery, or other.
Stop. So they'll use guilt trips, try to make you feel guilty about their situation. Start to say things to you that ain't got nothing to do with you, but they want you to have that extra sympathy on them. When whatever it might be, might not even be your responsibility. And they'll try to put it off on you so you feel bad, and then you go and overextend yourself for their needs, or their wants, rather, or for their lust. Go ahead.
Number 1, they use guilt trips, flattery, or other forms of manipulation.
Stop. Remember, that's why I say they use flattery, just like it said in Jude. All of the swelling words. Now all of a sudden, you the coldest teacher on the planet. You got the coldest garments on the planet. Go ahead. Let's hit play again.
Number 2, they always ask you for favors but rarely help you in return. Number
Stop.
3,
And you see that sometimes, where they always asking for favors, but they're never helping anybody else. Ain't that narcissist? Ain't that a narcissist or whatnot? They only take advantage of everybody else. They're never there to help others, but always want others to help them. Go ahead. Let's go back to the video.
always ask you for favors but rarely help you in return. Number 3, they never express gratitude for your efforts, which means they could be taking you for granted.
There you go. And it say they never even express gratitude for the things that you do. There is no thank you. There is no I appreciate you. There is nothing pertaining to that at all. And those different, and then they'll turn around and they'll turn, and once you've been that same friend that helped them all this time, and you correct them one time, you've become hated now. They hate your guts. They hate your guts. All right, go to where were we at? Ecclesiastes 7. Matter of fact, we're gonna skip that one. Go to Romans 13:7. Romans 13:7, because I gotta move. Because we still got to deal with that becoming enemy. Because this right here is actually how it starts. It starts with that correction. And then they start going through these different things. Let's read that.
Romans chapter 13 and verse 7.
Let's go.
Render therefore to all their dues. Tribute to them, to whom tribute is due.
So it say, give tribute to those that it's due. So instead of you sitting up there and disrespecting brothers and sisters that have labored in the truth or that have helped you, it says, render to them again. Read that again.
Render therefore to all their dues. Tribute to whom tribute is due.
Give them their recognition. Whether if it's open or is whether you do so personally to them. But it should not be that you don't ever show gratitude like that video said.
Right.
Should never be the case. Never. Read that again from the top.
Render therefore to all their dues. Tribute to whom tribute is due. Custom to whom custom. Fear to whom fear. Honor to whom honor.
And honor to whom honor. So those that's helping and things like that, y'all brothers and sisters that is doing so and things like that out of the goodness of your heart and things like that, where you're able to do that and it doesn't cripple you or set you back. All praises to the Most High for you. All praises to the Most High for you, because we need people like that. That's what the whole Booster Club is.
Right.
The whole Booster Club is a team full of people that want to help push the truth. And a lot of them can't even travel to these countries that they send in the leadership to. But yet and still, they are on that team to help push this truth, to help the men travel to these different places. That's a whole team full of people that is doing that. So shout out to the Booster Club, man. Shout out to the Booster Club. All right. Go to Sirach 37:6. Because that's what we got to do. Make sure we honor them. Yes, verse 6.
Sirach chapter 37 and verse 6. Forget not thy friend in thy mind, and be not unmindful of him in thy riches.
So it say, be not unmindful of him in thy riches. So when you start to prosper and you're doing well and you get back on your feet, don't forget that friend that was helping you. That ain't the time, or that ain't the time for you to cut them, to say they was BSing or they ain't really your friend when they was friends when you needed them. Just like when you read up and stuff like that, it say some friend will be there for their own cause when you read up in the chapter. But for those of you that's out here and you are receiving this help from people and stuff like that, instead of speaking evil of them, don't forget them when you get back on your feet. Or whenever you prosper or you're doing well and things like that, and they had something to do with it. Hey, thank them. Appreciate them. Show them that appreciation. All right? Matter of fact, we finna read an example. I got an example for you where David did that. Where David did that for Saul and his whole family. Matter of fact, this was after Saul had passed. 2 Samuel 9. Matter of fact, hold that. We'll come back. We're going to come back to that. Jump up to 1 King. Matter of fact, go back to Amos 5 and 10. No, Galatians 4 and 16 again. Yeah, we'll read that one at the end. We'll save that one. 4:16. Galatians 4:16.
Galatians chapter 4 and verse 16.
Come on.
Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
So don't fall into those actions where you begin to have hatred and separate yourself and start going after your own personal lust and abusing men and women in the congregation. Whether it be you murmuring against them, whether it be you taking from them, whether it be you're getting different benefits from them. Don't do that. That's defrauding. That's dealing falsely with your brothers and sisters. Don't do that. Just because they corrected you, that is not for you to go off and lose your goddamn mind. Because that's what you be doing when you're doing that. All because they corrected you. Now you've made them an enemy. All because they told you the truth. They tried to save your life. Just like when they were helping you. Just like when they were being there for you and things like that. The same way they was there to help you and support you then, when they corrected you, it's the same act. They're trying to support you and save your soul. Exact same thing. All right, let's go to 1 Kings 8:18. Because this ain't just happening now. Even our forefathers back then thought of the prophets that was giving the correction and giving understanding. They looked at them as troublemakers. So when you're in the congregation, y'all brothers and sisters, that when you see something and you speak up, continue to do so. Because I know sometimes it can get hard where you feel like brothers and sisters start to hate you and stuff like that because you like, man, why in the world I got to deal with this person? If you in the right and you're following the scriptures, like the scripture say, if you see evil, you're supposed to speak up. That's what we supposed to do. So whenever you see evil, speak up. If their brother or sister is godly, they're not going to hate you. They're going to appreciate the fact that the correction came. But if they don't, it is what it is. Hey, blessed is he. Matter of fact, let's get that. Matthew 5, ain't it? Matthew 5. See, this right here, this is the part. Yeah, this is what Bishop read, I believe. Matthew 5. 5 and, well, he said it. He quoted it. He didn't read it. 10. Yes, 10 and 11.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, and for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Go ahead.
Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely.
So when people start speaking evil against you falsely, they got all hatred against you because you corrected them. You trying to be righteous and you want them to be righteous, so you didn't withhold your tongue. You told them. You said, hey, listen, you might want to stop doing that. You at the spirit, bro. You at the spirit, sis. You need to fix this with that brother, or you need to fix this with that sister, because I'm seeing what's going on. And then all of a sudden, when they start to hate you because you corrected them, it say blessed. You are blessed. Go ahead.
For my sake.
Read 11 again.
Yes, sir. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely.
Go ahead.
For my sake.
So whenever we do those things for Christ's sake, we trying to stay in the spirit. We trying to make sure we right, and we see the evil that's going on within a brother or sister, and we correct it. And if that sister or brother then shows hatred against you, so what? Blessed are you. You didn't do it so you could be hated. You ain't even approach it in a blast mode. You might have went to him with hey, let me holler at you right fast. You may not want to do this. Then when you do that, then they looking at you like you crazy. Like you at the spirit. like bitches that you tell it brothers and sisters they at the spirit because they came and told you the truth. All right, go back where we was at. Kings? 1 Kings 18. 1 Kings 18. I might have said 2 Kings, though. I probably did, knowing me. But I said it. That ain't what's on the paper. What's written on the paper is 1 Kings. 1 Kings 18:17. Here's an example. Watch this.
1 Kings chapter 18 and verse 17.
Let's go.
And it came to pass when Ahab saw Elijah.
So Ahab, of course, Ahab was evil. Go ahead.
That Ahab said unto him, art thou he that troubleth Israel?
Look, he said this to Elijah. Shoot, Elijah was taken up. Elijah was taken up, and he said, look, are you the one that troubleth Israel? Go ahead.
And he answered, I have not troubled Israel, but thou and thy father's house, in that ye have forsaken the commandments of the Lord, and thou hast followed Balaam.
That's why Ahab said that he's causing Israel trouble, because he's the one that's walking around correcting people, telling them keep the commandments. You are following after an idol. And Ahab was like going to call him the troublemaker. So whenever you're labeled that way because you're trying to tell the truth, It is what it is. Like the brother said, it is what it is. You got to tell him anyway. Elijah didn't say, well, I ain't going to tell you the truth. Now you think I'm a troublemaker. No, right after he called him a troublemaker, he said, I ain't no troublemaker. But you or your goddamn household evil. Y'all out here following another God. He didn't withhold the correction, but that let you know how the mindset of our people is, where a person that's trying to save their soul, because Ahab could have repented. Him and his house could have just stopped sinning. But instead, he called him a troublemaker because of it. Go to 1 Kings 21:20.
1 Kings chapter 21 and verse.
Let me look at it. I think that's what I want. 21:20, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see what he called him.
1 Kings chapter 21 and verse 20.
Uh-huh.
And Ahab said to Elijah, hast thou found me, O mine enemy?
What did he call him?
Hast thou found me, O mine enemy?
That's why I say, am I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Go ahead.
And he answered, I have found thee, because thou hast sold thyself to work evil in the sight of the Lord.
So whenever that's the case, why in the world would you then call that man your enemy when he's trying to save your soul? But whenever you do that, you're following after the same spirit of Ahab. You're following after the same spirit of Ahab, calling your brother or sister evil when they trying to help you. So was Elijah his enemy because he told him the truth? Ahab then separated himself and out here killing people, worshiping idols and all kinds of stuff. In a manner of all kind of evil, household all jacked up. That's why I say you reward evil for the good that somebody do for you. It say it won't even depart from your house. Go to 1 Kings 22. Go 22 and 8 now.
1 Kings chapter 22 and verse 8. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord.
So they said, look, this man right here, we could go talk to him that can go to the Lord for us. Go ahead.
But I hate him.
But he hate him. Mind you, he can go to the Lord on your behalf, and you hate this man. Why? Go ahead.
For he doth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. And Jehoshaphat said, let not the king say so.
So because this man always told him the truth, he hated him because he corrected him. Our people still like that, and we still like that. Even sometimes within the congregation, we get like that. That is why we will then separate ourselves and start murmuring and speaking evil of the brothers and sisters that are trying to help you, that'll give you a solution, that'll give you the assistance, that will be the earth for you to run ideas by and then truly help you and even give you their resources, whether it be money, time, or even the stuff that they got. Sometimes maybe even the food. And then they'll be the very same ones you act like you finna cut off and call them evil, all because they corrected you. Go to, matter of fact, jump down 27.
Verse 27. And say, thus saith the king, put this fellow in the prison.
So look, they locked Micaiah up. When you jump up to, matter of fact, jump up to 26.
Verse 26. And the king of Israel said, take Micaiah and carry him back unto Ammon, the governor of the city, and to Joash, the king's son, and say, thus saith the king, put this fellow in the prison and feed him with bread of affliction and with water of affliction until I come in peace.
So you mean to tell me that this man was against Micaiah the whole time until he came in peace? So they locked him up because he was telling them the truth. They put him in jail. So that's why I say, hey, sometimes brothers and sisters will see that person that is trying to be righteous, that will try to give them the counsel. They won't tell them what they want to hear. They'll tell them what they need to hear. And that'll be the person that they will turn against completely. That's why the scriptures say even in the last days, there will be some that will turn some of us over. some will kill us. That is because some of our brothers and sisters truly hate the brothers and sisters that's telling them the truth. They really hate them. Huh? Yeah, let's read that. I ain't have it written down. Let's go. Matthew. Yep. Matthew 24. It's down a little bit.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved.
The same shall be saved. So it say many shall wax cold. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom.
No. We good. Actually, you started at 12. Nah, I want go up to 10.
Verse 10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
There you go. Go ahead.
And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many.
And a lot of times you read that many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. Remember, it said they're going to be speaking swelling words to deceive many. Go ahead.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And they're going to wax cold. So you're going to deceive many. And when you read, where is it at? Verse 9. Verse 9. Read 9. That's what we want. Here we go.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted.
Well, look, they might put you in jail just like they did Micaiah. Go ahead.
And shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
So there you go. Well, that spirit that was back then is the same one that's here today. The same spirits that was back then of Ahab turning and calling the man evil for correcting them. Elijah was taken up with the Lord. This man he didn't die. This man was lifted up off the planet. So you ain't going up there if you lift it up like that. Ain't no way. So he get lifted up, but he evil. But our people will see that today. They'll see a brother or a sister that's trying their best to do the right thing and the truth, and they're not trying to be your friend on some friend-ish. They trying to be your true friend and actually really help you and be there for you. But that'll be the one that you don't want to deal with. That'll be the one that you'll end up turning against and trying to take advantage of, and then trying to destroy that spirit. Go to Psalms 141 verse 5. We got 141 verse 5. I might cut some of this because I think
Psalms chapter 141 and verse 5. Let the righteous smite me. It shall be a kindness.
And this is how you should be. You should want the righteous to correct you. Go ahead.
And let him reprove me. It shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head. For yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities.
So we should want our brothers and sisters that are righteous, that's trying to look after our soul, correct us. We shouldn't be calling them the ones that's being evil. We shouldn't be murmuring or showing hatred or trying to abuse their kindness and take advantage of them and then separate ourselves and then make it like you out here on your own after that whole brother and sister done sat up here and tried to help you. Now you want to say you by yourself like they was never there with you. Like they was never trying to help you. That's not how we supposed to be moving, Israel. That ain't how we supposed to be moving. And then we'll turn around and say we holy. We righteous. We got to get rid of that trauma. And the only way to do so, we have to, instead of running from the correction when it comes, actually understand and reframe your way of thinking to say, no, that person that did that love me, because you could have been doing the same thing for a long time and nobody ever said nothing to you. And now here comes the one that's actually really looking out for you and they say something to you, and that'll be the one that you hate. It's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be like that. Go to, we'll skip that. 2 Timothy 4 and 3. 2 Timothy 4 and 3.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4 and verse 3.
So this is what's going on now. Go ahead.
For the time will come where they will not endure sound doctrine.
Because we think this is only for outside. It's not just for outside. This is also inside. Go ahead.
But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
And that's what will happen. Sometimes for your own lust, you will heap teachers. You will have itching ears. you'll then start to try to you'll have brothers and sisters that's in the body, and they'll have itching ears against, because you've had brothers and sisters speak evil against leadership. And then the brothers and sisters that got itching ears, it's kind of crazy how they end up listening to those very same people that speak evil, that hey, forget leadership, F leadership. How in the world does another person then end up with that person? Because they got itching ears too. They got something against leadership because the leadership done probably corrected them. So as soon as somebody come and say something or murmuring, they got itching ears to hear that.
Right.
Go ahead.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables.
And there you go. Now you're turned unto fables instead of being turned to the truth. Now you're going after lies. You're going after murmuring. You're going after everything that is keeping you from doing what you're supposed to do in the truth. You're now giving yourself excuses not to show up. You're giving yourself excuses not to congregate. You're giving yourself excuses not to study, not to come around, thinking you're going to do this on your own. When the scriptures tell us that we got to gather together, we can't sit up there and be mad and then not coming around the body thinking you're going to get in the kingdom like that. That's not, everybody can't be wrong. Everybody's saying the same thing. You can't be wrong. Everybody can't be wrong if everybody telling you the same thing. So you mean to tell me you're the only righteous person and you're the only one by yourself? Read on. Oh,
But,
you already read 4, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. Go to Galatians 5. Galatians 5. About to close up. I gotta go back to the example though. Go ahead.
What verse?
Galatians 5 and start at 7. Read 7.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 7. Ye did run well, who did hinder you that ye should not obey the truth.
And that's what you got to be careful. Y'all brothers and sisters got to be careful. Read that verse again.
Ye did run well.
Because sometimes you'll be putting the truth, you'll be putting the work in. You'll be doing well in the truth. You'll be running well. Doing well. Go ahead.
Who did hinder you that ye should not obey the truth.
But it said, who did hinder you? If you got itching ears, who are you allowing to come and change your mind about this truth? Who are you allowing to change your mind about your brothers and sisters in the congregation? Who are you allowing to make you turn against the truth to go after fables? Somebody is lying to you if you feel like you can have hatred toward one brother or sister, but you can tell this person that's trying to be righteous that you got hatred, but you need their assistance. They not getting in the middle of that. They gonna tell, why in the world would they help you? You sitting up here talking evil and got hatred against this brother or sister, and this brother or sister you tell it to, they correct you, and you still expect for them to get in the way of you two fixing it? You can't think you in the truth and you got hatred against your brother or sister. It's not possible. It's not possible. And then that brother and sister tell on you, or they correct you, and now all of a sudden you got hatred toward them too now. Because I guess you feel like I opened my heart up to them. I poured out my deepest secret to them. Shut up. Keep the commandments. You worried about somebody telling on you and stuff like that. They followed the laws. They kept the laws. They corrected you. And then after they corrected you, they let the leadership know what you mad for. They did what the Bible said. And a lot of times, brothers and sisters get upset when that happens because y'all got itching ears and you're trying to heap people unto yourselves, and you're going to find yourself outside the body. None of us want that, but at the same time, we can't have somebody spreading heresies and causing division. Mark them is what the Bible say.
Right.
So don't think that you're going to be able to continue to do that. If you're found doing so, that's what got to happen. That's what got to happen. Go to Proverbs 9 and 8. 2 more scriptures. Well, 3. I always end where I like to end.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 8.
Come on.
Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee.
And that's how we got to be. We have to be wise. We have to become wise. We have to start to love those that correct us. We have to love those that correct us. Those that will tell you, hey, bro, you going off. Hey, bro, you need to change the way you thinking about this. Instead of getting in your feelings about this, think of it this way. Sister, look, you need to quit moving like that. That's not the way we move. This right here is the proper order that we do things. This right here is the proper order. We are here. You'll get sisters that get mad at another sister for telling them that we got to support the men. What in the world is you feminists? What is going on up here? What's happening? Most don't look when the scriptures tell the older sister to teach the younger sister's problem is y'all don't want to listen. Then you wonder why you ain't got no husband. Then you wonder why you ain't proving. Then you wonder why your report is crazy. I'm telling you. It goes on. Go to John. I was trying to keep straight face. Y'all killing me. John 8. Let me look at it. And let's see. 45 and 46.
John chapter 8 and verse 45. And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not.
So it didn't just, it's happened to Christ also. So the same way our brothers and sisters looked at Christ like that. They looked at Christ as an enemy. Mind you, he's the one that died for us. Go ahead.
Which of you convinceth me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do you not believe me?
There you go. So our people was like that then, all the way back in Ahab time, Christ time, Micaiah time, today. That's what's going on. And we got to shake that spirit. We must shake that spirit. We must show that, matter of fact, Hebrews, where is it at? Them that rule over thee. 13. Yes. 13 and 17. 17.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 17. Obey them that have the rule over you and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls.
And that's what's going on. We watch for your souls. That's why we going over what we going. That's why we telling you what we telling you now. We watching for your souls. We don't want you to be falling all over yourself in the truth, and then you end up at the doors. No, we are here to correct you, to make you reconsider the way you're thinking or the way you're moving, and use the Bible to do so. That's why we here. Stop burning bridges with brothers and sisters, because when they correct you, you now all of a sudden they become your enemy now. Where before that, you allowed them to help you. You allowed them to be there with you. But once you got what you wanted from them and they corrected you, now all of a sudden you speaking evil of them. And now when you need that person, they are not there for you because you've cut them off like you said you would. And now you can't even, they didn't cut you off. You cut them off. Now they can't be there for you because they don't even know what's going on with you. And then you'll turn around and say, me against the world, when you against the world happened because of you, not because of anybody else. Not because of anybody else. Read that, finish that out.
As they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief.
And that's what we want to do. That's why we telling y'all this, because we don't want to give the report to the leaders over us. We don't like giving bad reports of any brother and sister in the body. None of the lead sisters want to give a report to the leadership in the school over any they don't want to get no bad report of any sister in the body. They would rather it be a good one and that, hey, the communication is well, everything's going well. Look, the sister is there. We able to be there. She allow us to help us. All of that. Hospitality on point, everything good. And when she went through something, she let us know. We was able to support her. Bow, we good. Don't nobody want to hear the disrespect or the nonsense that be coming out of some of y'all mouths, man. It is crazy with the reports that we get sometimes. And that's not what we want. All right, go ahead.
For that is unprofitable for you.
Because it's unprofitable for you whenever we got to get that report. And that goes for the brothers also. It's unprofitable for you for us to have to give a report to the leadership. You don't do nothing. you separate yourself. We don't even hear from you for a whole week. We got to beg you to tell us where you at. We got to beg you to come out to camp. That shouldn't be a report of any brother. That should not be a report of any brother in this truth. All right? So, Hebrews 2:1. We'll close up right there.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Let's go.
Therefore, we ought to give the more earnest heed to the things which we have heard, lest at any time we should let them slip.
And that's what this class is all about. That's what every class is about. It's to edify us and that we grow. So everything that we heard, Lord's will, it helps you if you're moving in that spirit, or if you didn't know you were moving in that spirit or whatnot, or if you have, you know not to do that anymore. So Lord's will, y'all got some from the class. Shalom, Most High in Christ. Bless.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.